Hello, everyone. This is Chala, Dincoy, CEO and founder of The Repositioning Expert, coming to you with another edition of my podcast, The Naked Marketing Podcast, where we're clothed. I mean, Eric's even wearing a hat, but we do get naked with our honest mistakes about marketing. Welcome, Eric Oakland.
Thank you for having me, Chala.
It's my pleasure. So tell us who you help and what you do, Eric.
In my current business, we help organizations become visual thinking organizations, use visual thinking tools and skills to break through obstacles, to plan for the future, vision for the future, and make that more clear from the top to the bottom of their organization.
So I have seen people who actually visually depict a conference from start to finish.
Yeah.
Is that kind of what you're talking about?
It's absolutely in the umbrella of visual thinking. And I think the way most people have experienced it is either that in a conference setting or, in a keynote, or somebody jumping up on a whiteboard to explain a concept more clearly. And it's our philosophy that the benefits that we get from visualizing things in marketing, in our sales and training, we need them at the top of the organization where we're dealing with the mess. And visual thinking is a way of bringing visuals to the conversation anytime, anywhere, to make things more clear.
So do you find that the confusion in business that you help clarify is often around explaining the product and service, or is it around clarifying processes and thinking?
Yeah, so the problem is that we are very visual, but we rely heavily on text to communicate with each other. We are constantly kind of working with one arm tied behind our back as we just try and email and solve things with documents and text-heavy presentations. So it's about how do we get to the right answer quicker by leveraging the visual side of our brain, by being able to draw out a process, an idea, a model, and iterate before we actually spend serious time and money on it.
What kind of industries do you typically find need you the most?
That's a great question. We are still exploring which type of businesses are more eager to adopt this. We do find that in some organizations, engineering groups are more readily kind of adopting, whiteboarding and getting visual because they're dealing with very complex things. But we know that there are marketers out there that would love to be more visual and creative in how they plan out what they're doing. And so we're still kind of exploring where that right fit is.
That's great, because I don't know if you know, but I'm a niching coach. So that is the number one problem that I solve, is to find out where's the gap in the market and where are people bleeding the most that they would pay you the most amount for, in terms of which industry, interest group, and for what to solve what problem. So that's really great that you're looking at that. So I know that you're a fairly new, although you're not a new business owner. Tell me about how you're marketing right now, since this is a marketing show.
Absolutely. Well, one of the things that we're doing right now is that we're trying to, on one level, educate on what visual thinking is and how it fits in business. So that we're not just thinking about it as that keynote kind of embellishment, but as something that can be like a workhorse in the meeting room, in product design, et cetera. And so a lot of that is education. But in addition to educating, what we're trying to do is just show it more often. And so we're developing we're trying to create as many opportunities to put people in front of how this works as possible. We do monthly roundtables where we invite people to come in and share around a topic and experience having their ideas and words drawn up on the screen and how that impacts feeling heard, kind of being able to jump off and spark new ideas from other people's pieces and walk away with a shared understanding, not feeling like, hey, I said something, but maybe nobody got it. We're all carrying the same load after these sessions.
I have to ask, are you an artist? How did you come up with this business?
So I am. I do have a creative background. I'm a creative entrepreneur. I started out my career as a freelance designer, being a brand strategist and consultant. Both of the previous businesses that I've owned, one is a whiteboard video production company, and the other is whiteboard software, lets anybody create their own whiteboard, starting with text. And so creativity has always been a part of that. But at some point, my ability to draw, those early days at TrueScribe, I was drawing the video content. I was serving the client visually and creatively. But at some point, I needed to build a business. And so the artistry was no longer of service to me. It was the ability to draw ideas and concepts in the mess, to rough out, to sketch out, to plan out kind of where the business was going and create a vision, kind of wrestle with the ideas that help your business stand out. That the drawing skills really came kind of to be more valuable to me.
Mm-hmm. I love it. Okay, so tell me the big naked marketing mistake that you made.
Well, one of the things that, especially maybe those entrepreneurs who coming from a creative space or from a non-business space, is that we're not often prepared, especially entrepreneurs. We wear one hat and then we're coming in to try and wear a bunch of different hats. Early stages of TrueScribe, we really saw an opportunity. We saw the wave coming, and not because we're Nostradamus, but because I just happened to be in the space, and somebody in my network asked me if we could create one of these videos that was like the RSA animate stuff that was coming out, like 2 or 3 of those in 2010. And you say yes, you figure it out, and it exploded. In the first 3 years, we managed to grow to 3 million annual revenue. And we hit number 257 or 253 on the Inc. 500. So it was a rocket of success for a service company, right? We weren't a SaaS. It wasn't a web-based company. It was Chala, artists drawing, hand drawing content, and editors editing it, and producers producing it. And so it was a lot of fast growth, and it was all thanks to kind of that craze, right? That interest,
that trend.
Yeah. And it started in marketing because it's new and shiny and different, and differentiation is important. And then we got into training and development, and we built really strong relationships with our clients, which helped the naked problem that happened. But we didn't have a good handle, I think, on how much we were benefiting from the wave. And because of that, we didn't build the marketing machine that would take its place once that demand, maybe that natural or organic demand, was gone. When that really kind of started to shine was the first time we redid a website. And this is back, maybe 2011, 2012, redoing a website, and getting it wrong, getting some, not doing your redirects, not getting all of your bases set, and losing a bunch of SEO because you didn't do it right. And those were very early days of Google. But not having been in losing that traction, we really needed to have more actions in place, more tactics that we were performing, more ways that we were connecting with not only the audience that we had or the customers that we were talking to on the regular basis, but new people that were maybe interested in seeing it, how it could be used in different ways.
So what is your parting advice about marketing to our viewers? Well,
so what we were able to do some years later was really kind of start building that foundation. And today, that marketing for TrueScribe is growing really, really well. And the cornerstone of that was consistently showing up where you're needed, right? Not just kind of popping into a bunch of places, but we started with blogs. We started by posting blogs, trying to get to as frequent a blog posting as we could, so that people not only saw that our lights were on, but that we were active, that we were thought leaders, that we were providing interesting and thoughtful, kind of well-rounded information for the industries we were serving.
Absolutely. Visibility is everything in marketing, isn't it?
Absolutely. And, the reward goes to those who show up and are present and providing value every day.
That's right. So how can people reach you, Eric?
Well, the best place to reach me is probably on LinkedIn, LinkedIn/in/Eric Oakland. Otherwise, you can find out more about what we're doing all the time at relumed.com. That's RELUMED.com.
Thank you so much for being a guest, Eric.
Thank you, Chala, for the opportunity to talk about the naked mistakes and things that we're always afraid to talk about, but these war wounds are often what define and help us succeed later on.
Yeah, you just helped probably save money for 60 people who are watching.
Don't take your current income streams for granted. Keep building, keep serving, show up.
Thank you. Awesome.